Fine.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on— Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
Lord Anaxa, you're finally here. The last speaker for the assembly will be taking the stage. Lady Kindness has reserved... All right.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Phinin of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akima, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness?
I actually don't necessarily find things remaining the way they are.
By Kefali above, dear citizens of Akima. As you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon.
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect Galba. He was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son. As they both... And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal... Why, Phinin? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity gone, Akuma will return to an era Chrysia once more, but... Much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaver has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akuma away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akama. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods, whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Tribios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
This Christmas heirs have only our best interests in mind. I still don't understand it. I will never believe our heroes are always have to end. So.
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected, this is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you... On the last vote.
Vote for kindness!
Who will he vote for?
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget.
Rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2, never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question. and validate my... We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir, but...
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. Go forth, for the truth is already in your hands. Go now, child. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome. May we meet again with the truth before.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase journey and nothing else!
I have deciphered the truth of this world!
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Buy carefully and to Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
No! Ligus, you can't! Onyx, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance, just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey?
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides, because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should all... I have observed that Arkema has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. By your leave, Lord Light.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment.
What is this performer up to now?
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me, but I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised?
Nonsense! That's impossible!
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here. No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now.
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such... And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesized demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is pure blasphemy!
It's impossible.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and...
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with the god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me!
By the gods! Even Kindness has betrayed Akama!
The Catalyst. We're carefully involved.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bear... Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
How is this?
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akima's first, Elder Kindness of Akima and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious... In the names of Talantan and Kefili, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the...
Curse you!
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the... In the names of Talantan and Kefili, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Professor.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him!
What decision will you make, Lady?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die! Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantan on high, may you bring death upon him.
A sea of flowers? What is this place?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends. Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven, similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world. These flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Emporius to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain. Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will, and for your life, the only life I can save. I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
Keep moving forward and don't look back.
Keep going. The Express is right here with you.
I believe in you.
Listen, just keep moving.
One day, our paths will cross again. Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow!
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together. Almost there. Finally. Thank you, Castris. Since I've already made it to the end, maybe I can have one last glance at that sea of flowers.
Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
What's this? What in the world are these shadows and voices?
All of this is proof that you once lived Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain.
Over here, friend!
Take my hand! Let's go home.
Let the trail blazing continue.
At last. I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Orynyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Such a strange search. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could every touch, every embrace we share, will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
That grand and absurd performance was...
I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power.
Crave power.
Those are your words.
But what you said at the end...
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your human...
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging...
So, this is our last chance. May I resonate with your core flame?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals. Until Finan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must...
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings, but casting aside our ideological...
Finan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates...
Congratulations.
When you put it that way...
Glaya, we're back. Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him.